sunny afternoon that we do have here at number 14 Hampshire Road in Doncaster. A very warm welcome, and hopefully we see a fantastic opportunity for some buyers here and a fantastic result for the vendors as well. Ray White Estate Agents representing this fantastic home and opportunity, including Eric, who's about to pop out soon. He's the listing agent, and Andy. We also have Ashadi in the crowd and Abby in the crowd to help you with your bidding or any questions you may have in regards to the contract in section 32 that's been on display for the last half an hour and indeed throughout most of the campaign itself. The format for today's auction, fairly simple. I'm going to read through the key terms in the auction contract, talk through the rules for today's auction, talk a bit about the home and the opportunity that's here for you today, and then from that point forward I'll call for your bidding. Ladies and gentlemen, the property in the contract reads as lot number 13 on plan 075158 and certificate of title volume 08667 folio 524, or more commonly known to you and I as 14 Hampshire Road here in Doncaster. Today's sale does include all the fixtures and fittings. That means everything that is stuck is staying with the property pretty much, and that includes light fixtures, floor coverings, window furnishings, and they form part of the contract here today. We are selling under auction conditions. A 10% deposit is required, and you can pay that in the form of a $20,000 deposit today. The balance of that deposit, that 10%, can be then paid on Monday via bank transfer or via a bank check if needed. Settlement's fairly flexible. 30, 60, 90 days is what we're looking for from a settlement point of view. Again, if you've got any settlement terms outside of what I've just mentioned that you wish to have in place if you purchase, then just raise your hand or let Andy or Eric know before we get underway, and they'll let you know what's possible here today. The rules for today's auction, fairly simple. They are: the auction will be conducted in accordance with the rules and any additional conditions that were made available before the start of today's auction. The auction rules prevent an auctioneer from accepting bids or offers for the property after the property has been knocked down to the successful bidder. Vendors do have a reserve price, as the auctioneer will indicate bidders on request, and the law prohibits false bids, major disruptions by bidders, and bidders preventing others from bidding, and provides fines for such conduct. The rules today do permit vendor bids. The words during the auction are used to make a bid on behalf of the vendor or vendor bid, and by law only I, as the auctioneer, can make a vendor bid. Pretty straightforward with the rules and the terms. But again, if you've got any questions, now's the time to raise your hand before we get underway. But before we get underway, I want to talk to you about the home, the opportunity, and the location, obviously, of this fantastic home. As I walk through it, there's many things that I can think of here. Obviously 5 bedroom, 3 bathroom, a double lock-up garage under there. But it screams opportunity for many reasons, and even if you go up and down the street and you look at it from a land component, a land idea, you've got the opportunity to knock down and build. You've got modern contemporary homes, you've got traditional facades and beautiful homes as well, your French provincial homes. You've got the opportunity to build a large luxury home on this site, and I think number one, that's a fantastic bonus, whether it's now or into the future that you decide to do it. If you decide to do it in the future, you've got the option of renting the property out, and with 5 bedrooms plus 2 kitchens, you've got the kitchenette downstairs and upstairs. You've got options around renting, whether it is separating the two and having 2 separate leases if you want to set it up that way, or one large family perhaps renting it out. But certainly with 5 bedrooms, 3 bathrooms and a double lock-up, you're going to have opportunity to rent the property out at the higher end of the spectrum and have great rental returns for the coming years while you sit on the capital growth. The capital growth in the location in the area has been fantastic for so many years, so it's a no-brainer investment. It's an easy investment to consider from that point of view. The home itself, if you choose not to knock down and build in the future, you might choose to live in it. You might put some touch-ups on it. The owners have done that as well. There's some minor renovations that have occurred. There's some timber flooring that's been laid. You've got a beautiful kitchen, lovely balcony to work with. Some original great features about this brick home as well. It was built solid as a rock. So when it comes to renovations and updating, you've got a great platform to be able to do that with this home and enjoy it for many more years if that's your intention. Schools nearby, ducted heating, evaporative cooling throughout, so super comfortable as well. Low maintenance backyard. You've got lots of opportunity here for bidders and buyers, but as to whom and for how much it sells for, we're going to be determining in just a moment or so. How I sell the property: I call the property 3 times. First, second, third and final call when the hammer hits the contract like so. The property is sold. I cannot take a bid or offer after that takes place, so you're going to need to make sure you've called out your bid nice and loud. Make sure that you put yourself in the box seat to buy here today, buyers. 14 Hampshire Road in Doncaster, bidders and buyers. I'm going to leave it up to you because I know you don't want to hear from me the whole time, to make a fair and reasonable start, and I'll leave it in your hands. Start me where you like. I'll be guided by you, and we'll see who the lucky and successful purchaser will be this afternoon. Bid is in your hands from here. Up to you to kick me off, start me where you like, in your hands. Wait for the car to pass, but you start me where you like. Up to you, bidders and buyers. 1.4, there's our start at 1,400,000 and we're off and running. Cool for a nice rise of 50,000 from there if you like. At 1,400,000, there's your competition buyers, 450 from there. At 1,400,000, 450, can I say, puts you in the box seat to purchase here today. At 1,400,000 on my left hand side, 450 is the bid we take from there. Put yourself in the box seat to buy. At 1,400,000 now, they've got the first chance of the right to negotiate with us at this stage, unless we hear better. 450 is the bid we need from there. First call now at 1,400,000. We get to talk to you in a moment or so. Second call at 1,400,000, 450. We need to hear from there, otherwise we negotiate with our highest party. Third and final call. All finished and silent and done. Need to know now, bidders and buyers. If you're jumping in now, need to know, need the bid from here at 1,400,000 on my left-hand side. Need to jump in from here. Need to know if you're in or out now. At 1.4 is the bid. Need to know, buyers, if you're in or out. 450 is the bid I seek. Just as the sun hits my eyes, a great afternoon on a Saturday. Need to know now. Final moments and opportunity, otherwise we consider working with our highest party. That's what we need to do, so I need to know if we're in or out from here. 1,400,000 was the start, 450 in the bid. You can negotiate after if you will, but we negotiate with the highest party. If you want to put yourself in the box seat, now's the time. I called 3 times now. First call at 1,400,000. Second call at 1,400,000. Third, final call. All finished and silent and done.
Here, 1,450.
1,450, I thought so. Now at 450 is the bid against you at 1.5. Took some time, some nerves, I understand. Maybe wanting to negotiate afterwards, but it's not the opportunity right now. At 145 is the bid. Take us to 1.5 now if you like. At 1,450,000, 1.5 is the bid from here. At 1,450,000 now, 1.5 is the bid from here. You can come back straight in front, buy with Eric there, or any other party as well, but I need to know now, they're in front, they've got the opportunity, best place to buy the property here today, at 1,450,000. First call. At 1,450,000 on the second call. 50. Not just yet. I will after. We get to 1.5, I can take it there. Take us to 1.5, Eric, and we'll go 1.5 the bid there now, 1,500,000 the bid, and against our party here at 1.5's the bid now. At 1,500,000 now against you, good strong bid or rise from here will be the way to go, but 1.5's the bid here. At 1,500,000 now, we called 3 times, first time in the call now, 1.5. Second call at 1.5. Third and final call. All finished silent and done, giving some time to think about it on our left-hand side as they have a family discussion at 1.5's the bid though, and take a rise of 20 if it made it easy for you there, but at 1.5's the bid there. Make it easy for you at 20,000 rise if you like to put yourself in the box seat. Just a 20 and you're in front and in the box seat. At 1,500,000, otherwise we're over here. We'll get to negotiate with them if there's no further bid or rise, and they'll put the salt sticker on the board very shortly, I'm sure. At 1.5 the bid now, calling 3 times. First time in the call, second, third and final call, all finished and done. I'll give you some thinking time. We'll have a quick discussion with the owner, and bear with me, we'll be back in a moment. Thank you for your patience, ladies and gentlemen. I'll just recommence the auction in a moment or so, letting you know, obviously, we've got a buyer here at 1,500,000 the bid. I'm going to leave it in your hands. Your last and final opportunity to come forward and further bid or rise to put yourself in front. Otherwise, we'll negotiate with our highest party here, and I can assure you they'll be putting a sold stick on the board very, very shortly after auction. So at 1,500,000, I open the bidding up to you now. Your final moments and opportunity, and I'll count it down and work with our party here on my left-hand side. Go for the bid or rise. 1,500,000 now, calling for a rise of 10 or 20 to put yourself in front. At 1,500,000, 10 or 20,000 dollar rise puts you in front. Final moments and opportunity. You too can live in the street. Look to live here, build a large luxury home. Your choice, but your final choice and opportunity. There's no property on the market at the moment. Very little stock to choose from. Final moments and opportunity now. First time in the call now. 1,500,000. Bid or rise of 10 or 20 to put yourself in front. Second call now at 1,500,000. Third and final call. All finished, silent and done. Take $1,500,000. I'll check in with you just before we start a negotiation over there. Last chance. 510 the bid here, 510,000 the bid now. Eric behind me at 1,510 the bid. At 510 the bid, put yourself back in front is what you'll need to do if you want that same opportunity. Otherwise, I work with the family behind me here. At 1,510,000 against you. And in, thank you for saving me. 520. 520 now is Shadi behind you now. 520 the bid. Do we go 530 straight back? At 520 the bid there. 1,520,000 is the bid. 530 if you like. At 1,520,000 now, final moment and opportunity. Other guys, same instructions as before. I work with this family here. They're in front. At 1,520,000 now, I call 3 times. First call, second call, third and final call. Oh, finished and done at 1,530,000. Well, if there's no further bid or rise, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to formally pass the property into our group over here. They'll have the first right and opportunity at the vendor's reserve price to negotiate. If that negotiation breaks down, then you may have an opportunity to discuss with us after auction. But if not, then thank you for attending and have a fantastic weekend.